Well, hello, everybody. I've been talking with you over the last several days about developing and maintaining a positive mental attitude. I've shared with you 3 reminders. One is that we get to choose our attitude. Unlike any other creature on the planet, we have the privilege of choosing the attitude that we have. And I shared with you that in that session about the story of Miss Bessie. If you haven't had a chance to watch that video, I'd encourage you to do so. She's got a great story, one that's pretty inspiring and rather challenging for us. I also shared with you another reminder, and that is that our lives reflect back to us the attitude that we present to others and to those that are around us. That our people that we encounter reflect back to us the attitude that we present to them. And then the third reminder is that our attitude, more than our aptitude, will determine the position that we have in life. So we focused on those 3 things, and I've been telling you I want to give you some strategies to develop and really to maintain a positive attitude. And the first strategy is pretty simple, and it's not something that's probably going to be a surprise to anyone, and that is we need to practice. If we're going to maintain a positive attitude in life, we really have to practice that in our lives. Now, I teach a university philosophy class called Critical Thinking, and one of the things that I do in that class is that I have the students pick up a pen in their non-dominant hand, in other words, their non-writing hand, and hold it up in the air and show the pen to their classmates and to me. And then I have them write the following sentence using their non-dominant hand. They write this sentence. I'm writing this sentence with my non-dominant hand and am doing the best that I can! Exclamation point. Now, after each student finishes, I ask those students to put the pen in their other hand and to write the very same sentence using their dominant hand, the hand they usually write with. And then I ask them to compare those 2 sentences, to share them with some classmates. And usually there's a lot of laughter and joking that goes on, and sometimes I'll even have students tell me that they can't even read what the person wrote, their classmate wrote with their non-dominant hand. Without fail, this happens every single time I do the class. When I ask them why they can write better with their dominant hand, the hand they normally write with, they tell me because they've practiced writing. None of the students ever tell me they could write as well with their dominant hand when they first started writing as an elementary school student as they can as a college student. It all came about with practice. We really need to practice this in order for it to become something that we can do rather easily, not thinking about it. Well, the same thing is true about developing an attitude, a positive attitude in our lives. Let me tell you another little story. Back in November of 2014, I was watching a Monday Night Football game, the 23rd of November of that year. It was a game between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. And to be honest with you, as a very avid Washington Redskins fan, now please don't hold that against me, I was really sort of hoping that both teams could somehow figure out how to lose that game, because I really don't care for either of those teams. But I was watching the game like millions of other Americans were that night. And on the first play of the second quarter, the Giants had the ball, and they were on the 43-yard line of the Cowboys. Eli Manning took the snap from center. He dropped back about 10 or 11 yards, and then he stepped forward about 3 as he hurled the ball toward the right side of the end zone. The Giants receiver, Odell Beckham Jr., got to the goal line just about the time the ball arrived. He leaped up into the air and with his right hand made a spectacular one-handed catch. Even I, as a Redskins fan, I was pretty impressed with that catch. Well, Chris Collinsworth and Al Michaels, who were calling the game for the Sports Network, they just went wild. I mean, Collinsworth even said that catch may have been the best catch he's ever seen in his entire life. And they showed the catch again and again and again. If you've not seen it, you can go to YouTube and look up Odell Beckham spectacular catch or something like that, and you'll find it for sure. Then something happened, kind of interesting. They found footage of Beckham practicing the catch, the one-handed catch, before the game. As a matter of fact, he practiced it over and over and over again. And then as they began to do some research, they discovered this was not just something he practiced before the game, but he practiced it throughout the week. He made it the habit of his life to practice one-handed catches. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that Beckham is not talented and got a lot of natural ability, no doubt about that. But I really do believe that he would not have made that catch, as spectacular as it was, with all his natural ability, had he not practiced it over and over and over again. So just like riding with your dominant hand, making spectacular one-handed catches like Odell Beckham, I can't do that obviously, and probably you can't either. All of those things, however, we do know take practice. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm going to share with you some very practical things that you can do and put into practice to maintain a positive mental attitude. Now, until then, go out and make it a great day. It really, really is up to you.